If you don't respect our community, then, you shouldn't have our dollars.
Dolores Huerta, who co-led the successful United Farm Workers Great Boycott in the 60s and 70s, is getting ready to lead another, this time targeting Walmart, Lowe's, McDonald's, Ford, Meta, Amazon, and Target that have recently announced rollbacks to their diversity, inclusion, and equity programs that she says impacts not just communities of color, but disabled, LGBTQ+, women, and veteran workers. Huerta hopes to start with Target, orchestrating press conferences and protests within the next few weeks.
In front of every Target store, and to let people know what is going on.
In a press release on the decision, Target says the company is concluding our 3-year diversity, equity, and inclusion goals and racial equity action and change initiatives as planned. They also are ending a program to help black entrepreneurs, which was started after the George Floyd protests. The company had said it was going to end that initiative anyway. They also wrote it was stopping all external diversity-focused surveys, which tracks the company's progress on LGBTQ+ initiatives. As a result, Twin Cities Pride, a longtime partner of Target, said the company was not welcome at this year's Pride celebration and renounced its $50,000 sponsorship. Meta, responding to our request for comment, said its changes to their initiatives was because of the shifting legal and policy landscape. President Trump, on day one of his presidency, signed an executive order cutting DEI programs from the federal government. Huerta says that caused a ripple effect across the country.
And the least we can do is send a message to Donald Trump's backers. You know what? If you don't want to support our community, then our community is not going to support you.
Amazon emailed us saying their decision to end some programs came in December and were part of routine assessments, writing each one of these programs addresses a specific disparity and is designed to end when that disparity is eliminated. They haven't told us what disparity was eliminated, but they did write, we will keep investing in programs that help us reflect those audiences and help our employees grow. Meantime, Reverend Al Sharpton and his National Action Network are holding buy-ins for companies like Costco that are keeping their DEI initiatives. So is Delta, Cleveland Cavaliers, JP Morgan, Apple, Ben & Jerry's, and Elf Beauty. Sharpton says he's strategizing boycotts as well, but wants to show support for businesses like Costco that are wise and courageous enough to stand firm in their values.
We have to do something.
It's still not clear exactly when those boycotts are going to be planned, but she says within the next few weeks. Meantime, we did get a statement from Walmart a short time ago saying, in part, that they remain committed to creating culture where everyone can be successful and ensuring we are a Walmart for everyone, they say. And McDonald's just emailed us saying as well, they had carefully considered how their inclusion policies could evolve or would evolve and are making those changes. They say they are committed to inclusion. We did reach out to Lowe's and Ford for comments and have not heard back. We're live in Long Beach. I'm McCallum Medina, NBC 4 News.
Last week, long before the crash, I signed an executive order restoring our highest standards for air traffic controllers and other important jobs throughout the country. So it was very interesting. About a week ago, almost upon entering office, I signed something last week that was an executive order, very powerful, on restoring the highest standards of air traffic controllers and others, by the way. Then my administration will set the highest possible bar for aviation safety. We have to have our smartest people. It doesn't matter what they look like, how they speak, who they are. It matters intellect, talent, the word talent. They have to be talented, naturally talented geniuses. You can't have regular people doing that job. They won't be able to do it. But we'll restore faith in American air travel. I'll have more to say about that. I do want to point out that various articles that appeared prior to my entering office, and here's one. The FAA's diversity push includes focus on hiring people with severe intellectual and psychiatric disabilities. That is amazing. And then it says FAA says people with severe disabilities are most underrepresented segment of the workforce, and they want them in, and they want them, they can be air traffic controllers. I don't think so. This was in January 14th, so that was a week before I entered office. They put a big push to put diversity into the FAA's program. Then another article, the Federal Aviation Administration, this was before I got to office, recently, second term. The FAA is actively recruiting workers who suffer severe intellectual disabilities, psychiatric problems, and other mental and physical conditions under a diversity and inclusion hiring initiative spelled out on the agency's website. Can you imagine? These are people that are, I mean, actually, their lives are shortened because of the stress that they have. Brilliant people have to be in those positions, and their lives are actually shortened, very substantially shortened because of the stress, where you have many, many planes coming into one target, and you need a very special talent and a very special genius to be able to do it. Targeted disabilities are those disabilities that the federal government, as a matter of policy, has identified for special emphasis in recruitment and hiring. The FAA's website states they include hearing, vision, missing extremities, partial paralysis, complete paralysis, epilepsy, severe intellectual disability, psychiatric disability, and dwarfism all qualify for the position of a controller of airplanes pouring into our country, pouring into a little spot, a little dot on the map, a little runway. The initiative is part of the FAA's Diversity and Inclusion Hiring Plan. Think of that. The initiative is part of the FAA's Diversity and Inclusion Hiring Plan, which says diversity is integral to achieving FAA's mission of ensuring safe and efficient travel. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's just the opposite. The FAA website shows that the agency's guidance on diversity hiring were last updated on March 23rd of 22. They wanted to make it even more so. And then I came in, and I assume maybe this is the reason.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.